Dear friends, I would suggest we start our working session, and I hope that you wouldn't spend the whole weekend enjoying yourself without having to work, because we'll be working during the next 2 days, and I would suggest we start our sessions right now. First of all, welcome to everyone. Mrs. the President of the International Committee of the Red Cross, we are delighted to have you here. Mr. the European Commissioner for Space and Defense, Mr. Comenius, thank you too. Mr. the Minister of European Affairs, welcome. He's not here yet, but Mr. President of the Normandy region, dear Hervé, Mr. Margaret, dear Senator, ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs and representatives of the civil society, dear young generations, because unfortunately I don't know all you all, but we are delighted to meet you all today, and the work and the sessions we organize every year, we'll do that for you, for the younger generations and the future generations. So welcome, and thanks to the students of St. Andrews and the School for Tomorrow to be here with us today. Dear friends, welcome everyone in the property of Alexis de Tocqueville. It's a pleasure for me and for my spouse, Stephanie, to welcome you for the 7th session of the Tocqueville's discussions, whose title is Europe's Moment Between the MAGA Revolution and the Russian Revisionism. Well, bonjour.
Pleasure and honor for my wife Stephanie and I to welcome you to the 7th edition of our Tocqueville Conversations, whose theme is Europe's Moment. Our working languages during these 2 days will be French and English, with a live translation system. L'ordre mondial instauré en...
The global order established in 1948 is currently collapsing. The least we can say is that Europe is now doing that well and make the best of it. Its democratic and moral values are challenged. The war has been going on for 3 years in Europe, and its all-time alliance with the US is currently tumbling down. Europe is no longer relevant, and the legal order, the international law, is now challenged by the new efforts of great powers. And we know that in order to be efficient, diplomacy should rely on power. And now Europe is at a crossroads, and the question is, will Europe be able to seize the opportunity and to rebuild its defense, to have some technological force and strength? Will it be able to rely less on the US? Will it be able to have new reforms? Because we know that, unfortunately, the current Europe is no longer reliable. We have to do this, and we must do it. Our friend Andrew Mishta, who is now in the US, who cannot be with us today, he considers the transatlantic alliance and the transatlantic friendship will survive Donald Trump's second mandate. We have strong assets, and one of these advantages is the traditional democracy, the democratic tradition, even though Alexis de Tocqueville highlighted how fragile it is, but he also highlighted how resilient it is, because only the democracies can guarantee freedoms on the long term, and only these democratic values can prepare a clear path for the future, so we can foster creativity among our citizens. We'd like to thank you all for being here, for traveling to Tocqueville, and we also have a guest, a famous guest who just arrived from New Zealand. Thank you, dear friend, for being with us today. Thank you very much, dear President of the Normandy region, Hervé Morin, for welcoming us in Normandy. Thank you, Mrs. President of the International Committee of Red Cross and the European Commissioner, for opening our discussions. So thank you to everyone, to the entrepreneurs, famous observers, so you can debate and you can share your points of view. We'd like to thank the members of the Tocqueville association and all our partners, including Le Figaro and our friend Laure Mondeville, sitting on the left side, even though she's not left-wing. It's great to have all the Norman municipalities who partner with us, and the president of the region, of the Normandy region, is with us, and Monsieur Jean Morin, and the president of the Cotentin region, Christelle Castellan. Thank you to my wife, Stephanie. She's not on the podium, she's sitting somewhere. Thank you very much for welcoming us all. Thank you to Corinne Nassif, the new general delegate for these discussions, and the team, including Laetitia and Marguerite, and all our friends to help us to prepare this. Daniel and high-level team, Bruno, etc. And I would like to thank all our private sponsors and partners, to all our partners who support us during these debates. And to conclude, I have a wish. We live in a country of peace and freedom, so we can share our points of view without being censored or being at risk of being arrested. We should make the best of it. Our topics are serious, sensitive, and they may create some frictions, but we should be polite and respectful and friendly when we talk to each other. We need to rejuvenate the dialogue among us so we can find good solutions. But way too often they tend to be censored and in armed conflicts. Alexis de Tocqueville, who invited us, he will support us, and he really truly loved this castle. He called it my dear old Tocqueville. So he invited his friends and spent nights and nights talking and debating with them. So I would like to remind you that all our debates are broadcast live and will be available on YouTube. And I'll give the floor to the President, Morin, and then we'll have Miliana Sporiavic, and then finally we'll have Laure Mondeville. I wish you a nice time.